K-word equals hate. Hashtag don't call me Karen. How dare you guys? How could you be so evil to use a slur against these poor women? Disgusting. What? Do you have something against entitled, obnoxious, upper middle class white women? This is honestly outrageous. I need to go speak to the manager. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And it has come to my attention that there is a problem. Well, I mean in 2020, there are many. But the most important problem of all the problems we're facing right now. And no, it isn't coronavirus, or the fact that many people are going without income and are struggling to get by right now. And no, it isn't even the possible economic collapse due to this virus. It's the improper and frankly offensive use of the name Karen. Yes, people are actually complaining about that. And if you're whining about how dehumanizing the name Karen is, I think I know why people call you that. I actually saw this question on Quora the other day, and it was this woman asking if she could take legal action against the students at her kid's school because they keep calling her Karen. She wanted to sue literal children for teasing her. You might as well legally change your name to Karen at that point because the entitlement is just in your blood. So without any more ranting, let's unpack this topic, shall we? Just some lovely haircuts. They seriously did that to their hair? Okay, I know that quarantine's making us do some weird things to our hair. This is a bit extreme. Oh my gosh, you are so much of a Karen. And you don't even realize it. If people called you Karen before just because of your haircut, but basing off this post, it probably was a little bit more than your haircut, wasn't it? Doing this to your hair is not going to make the problem any better. If anything, that makes it a lot worse, because now people know that you're a Karen just by looking at you. This is so ridiculous. Karen is a sexist and racist term equivalent to the N-word for white women. Calling a woman Karen is an attempt to get rid of women's rights to stand up for themselves. Oh my gosh. To say that the name Karen is equivalent to the N-word is just mind-boggling. The N-word has history behind it. It was used to dehumanize and degrade black people for years. It was used by slave owners to oppress them. This is why I don't understand why a lot of non-black people, teenage white boys at my school, I'm talking about you, think that they can just say it. Or that because they have a black friend or whatever, they can say they have the N-word pass or whatever. No you can't. It isn't your word. Slurs can be reclaimed by the minority they were used against, but you're not a part of that minority, so you can't use it. It's just like how if you're not gay, you can't say the F word. Or if you're not trans, you can't say the T word. Now, I'm not saying those words are of the same significance of the N-word, but they're still slurs. Karen is just a name used to make fun of people for being bad people, quite frankly. If you treat the working class like trash, are obnoxious, and have a superiority complex, and drive a minivan and wear oversized sunglasses, just throw it out there, people will call you a Karen. If you don't want to be labeled that way, don't act like that. And if people call you that just because of your style, just laugh along with it, it's just a joke. But don't sit here and try to claim that Karen is the same as the N-word. Get out of here with that. Here, a woman asks if the Karen slur is women hating and based on class prejudice. And someone says, yes, it's sexist, classist, and ageist, in that order. It isn't any of those things. People who call you Karen don't hate women, or the upper middle class, or middle-aged people. They hate people who whine over silly things and treat employees like garbage under the customer is always right rule. Because most women don't act like that. And not all people that are well off or are middle-aged act like that either. This is about you being a trash person. And when you're a trash person doing trash things, people are going to make fun of you. That's how life works. Karen doesn't hate feminists. Karen is a feminist. The whole Karen is a slur thing was created by radical feminists Julie Bindel and Haley Friedman, who are both transphobic TERFs and claim that Karen is a racist, sexist, classist slur against white women. Oh, ew, they're TERFs too, that's gross. Feminists like this give us a bad name. I just want us to be treated equally. I don't hate men by any means, and I have nothing against men. I have problems with specific people, not the entire group they belong in. And I swear to God, if anybody says, oh, you want equality, then let me hit you. Shut up. Yes, obviously men should be allowed to defend themselves if a woman is attacking them, same as if a man was attacking them. The fact of the matter is that domestic violence does affect women more statistically. So it isn't like women aren't being hit by men on a daily basis. It's just not socially acceptable. And I honestly think it shouldn't be socially acceptable to hit anybody. Try to use your words, please. Like, don't go around slapping people. Like, if I ever had kids, which I'm never going to, but if I ever had kids, I wouldn't tell them, don't hit girls. I'd say, don't hit people. Because it's rude. You can use your words to solve problems. Using violence doesn't solve anything. It just makes everybody angry. Julie Bendo pointed out the co-opting of the Karen phrase by misogynists desperately looking for a chance to crap on women they disagree with impunity. She was vilified for it, but she's absolutely right. It may have meant something else, but it's become a slur. But like, I've never heard of a man just calling a woman Karen randomly for no reason. It isn't misogynistic at all. It's not about women standing up for themselves or whatever. It's about women who are rude and demanding to people who are just trying to do their job. And yes, women are treated badly in a lot of ways. Hop on TikTok for 5 seconds and you'll see people calling women objects when they wear slightly revealing clothing, or making dishwasher jokes and then saying like, oh, it's funny, it's just a joke. But then those same men cry radical feminists when they hear a woman say like men are trash or something. So yes, women are treated badly in a lot of ways. But this isn't an example of that. This is people making fun of you for your behavior. And I think people are pretty justified in teasing you for your own toxic actions. It isn't sexism, it's you being called out for being annoying and entitled. A slur is something you call somebody based on something that you can't change, like race or in some case religion. Calling somebody a Karen is based off their bad behavior and awful choices. To say it is a slur really shows the gross amount of privilege you have. Exactly. The N-word is degrading somebody on the basis of their race, something that they can't control. The F-word is degrading somebody on the basis of their sexual orientation, also something that they can't control. And the T-word is degrading somebody on the basis of their gender identity. What do you know? Something that you can't control. You, Karen, can control your actions and how you choose to treat other people. Namely, the people that are just trying to do their jobs and pay their bills. You can choose not to yell at them when they tell you that there's a limit on the toilet paper you can buy. Or when they tell you that they don't serve pumpkin spice lattes in July. You choose your behavior and how you react to situations. That's why people can make fun of you specifically without being a misogynistic, classist jerk. It is certainly used enough by white men for it to be morphed into a misogynistic slur. Also, these names are classically working class, and I do object to the classism within this narrative. The ageism is a massive problem. I think countering racism with ageism is not great. Oh my gosh, it is not ageist. You know young women can be Karens too, right? It's just that we don't have as many millennials treating employees like trash and saying it's their job as an excuse to put up with your bullcrap. It's just like the word boomer. Just because you are a baby boomer doesn't make you a boomer necessarily. A boomer is somebody who's closed-minded, often prejudiced and unaccepting, and can't cope with the fact that society is changing, like it always does. So they just pretend that every advancement is the end of the world. Again, it is about individual behavior, not purely age or any other factor that you can't control. Now, I don't mean to scare anybody because this isn't actually like a widespread belief that like Karen is a slur. This was something on Twitter. A girl tweeted out, as we saw earlier, she said like, am I the only one that thinks that Karen is like classist, ageist, and sexist or whatever, and racist also against white women? And like a couple people agreed with her. But as a couple people agreed with her, everybody else was like, no, y'all are crazy, like get back to your hole, Karen. I think that since the Karens couldn't go in Starbucks and yell at one of the managers, they got bored, so they just had to rant about something. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. This was such a strange thing to talk about, because there's so much going on in the world right now, literally so much, and this is what somebody decided to complain about. We're living in a whole global pandemic. But yes, the meaning behind the word Karen really needs to be addressed right now. Only serious matters here. It's ridiculous. Anyways, please comment down below what you want me to review next, because I love torturing myself with the internet. And I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, y'all.